Rams, Cowboys. We got Dak Prescott and Jared Goff, and also Ezekiel Elliott and Todd Gurley. We have a good running back matchup today.
Amazing. Two best in the league, in my opinion.
Go ahead.
All right. Key to this game. Cowboys go as Zeke goes. Dak Prescott, I'm not a fan. He's not good. I don't like him. 22 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's mediocre.
That's pretty.
It's decent.
I mean,
it's just like he's never a quarterback.
he's going to be a mediocre quarterback.
He's going to be a mediocre quarterback.
I will give him this. He is a winner. He wins games.
Because
But
he's like Jake Fromm. Like,
He
just has that
he's like
amazing
Jake
running
Fromm.
back that
He
just
has-
does everything.
he has the running back. He's got the O-line. He has the weapons around him to make him win.
Also the
and he's
addition-
just good enough to win.
He's just
Now,
one of
is he
those-
going to be like Jake Fromm? Will he be able to win the big game? Is Jake Fromm?
I'll be shown today.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
The thing I have to say is, the Rams, the 19th ranked defense,
Which
But
makes no sense.
just giving up 5 yards a carry
Yeah,
with Aaron Donald,
5.5 yards a carry.
and Sue in the middle of that. That's a
Like,
traffic jam.
They need a new defensive coordinator.
That's a
That is
traffic
terrible.
They got.
Fucking Raycom Sports.
Alright, but the Rams, their defensive backs are really, really good. They should never have the 19th ranked.
Well, I mean, I will give them. Akeem
Marcus
Talib
Peters.
was out.
Is he back now?
Yeah, he's. This is gonna be his first game back, if I remember correctly.
That's good for them.
But
Marcus Peters truly cannot do it himself. He is not that good of a
no,
He's been
he's
cooked
really-
all
he's like-
season.
Been
he-
cooked all season
he's
long.
like a.
220 dropped on him by Mike.
Yeah. All right, I think this is how I compare Marcus Peters. Robert Alford of the Falcons. He's mediocre. Like, he's an alright second string, or not second string, but the number 2 corner. He's gonna be good if the other corner is really good. So Akeem Talib has to play amazing. That's a big key. But I mean, first game back, that's gonna be very tough. But as you were saying, I mean, the Rams are giving up 5.5 yards a carry. Zeke is averaging almost 5 yards a carry. That's gonna be really, really hard for the Rams to stop. They're gonna have to.
And the Rams have not won a playoff game since 1985.
I mean,
Ed Dixon,
yeah.
when Ed Dixon dropped the most rushing yards in a playoff game, still to this day
Yep.
it's held the record.
and
But-
like you saw last year, the Falcons they were good team. Terrible in the red zone also. We'll touch that with another topic. But the Rams, they were playing at home against the Falcons, who had been so-so all year. They had all the momentum. They were considered one of the best teams in the NFL. What did the Falcons do? They put up 26, give up 13.
They dropped.
And I don't get how that happens. But
And the Cowboys defense, they give up 94 rushing yards a game. That's 5th in the league.
yeah,
Todd Gurley has honestly been taking out more of this offense by Sean McVay, as you can see over the past few
Yep.
games.
Yep, he
And-
started out on fire, and
Started
like
out on
I
fire.
feel like slowly,
Man has-
almost like Drew Brees. He started out on fire, and it's like almost slowly. Now, am I taking Todd Gurley or Ezekiel Elliott? I don't know. I don't know who is better between them. Part of me,
See, the
as a
thing is-
Georgia Georgia fan, I want to pick Todd Gurley,
The thing is,
but I don't know.
Todd Gurley just never gets that home run hit.
Yeah.
Play like Zeke does.
And you
Never
saw that in
gets
the national championship when he was on Ohio State.
But
when he was
like you've
ran
seen it
through.
many times in the NFL as well.
Yeah, oh yeah,
That
for
Zeke
sure. For sure,
could
for
just
sure.
make that play that changes the game.
Yeah, and
Just
Zeke is the
Todd Gurley is just that power back that gets many touchdowns in the season, not as many yards.
Yeah.
He's just like a very good running back, but he just doesn't get those big plays.
well. I mean, he does get some.
He gets those 20, 30 yards.
Yeah, yeah.
But he doesn't get those.
And he was
50,
getting a lot more at the
60
beginning of the
yards.
season. He was, as we were saying, he got a few big plays at the beginning of the season. But
And the difference between the Rams and the Cowboys is that the Cowboys.
we're gonna have to cut this
God.
part.
What is that?
Tempted to leave that in the video.
Oh, bro. All right.
All right, continue.
But the difference between the Cowboys and the Rams is you look at these divisions that they're in. You see the Cardinals, 3-13. You see the San Francisco 49ers. They're self-explanatory, not good. And then the Seahawks, playoff team, but still
Like
9-7. It's just like
they're a good team.
they're a good team, but you know, not compared to the Chiefs division when you got
Oh.
2-14.
Yeah. And I was saying going into this year that the Chiefs were going to have one of the worst divisions in the NFL.
Oh, so was I. I thought
Yeah.
that the Chiefs were going to be terrible. I thought that Patrick Mahomes was going to be a
Yeah.
complete bust.
We both did. We
I
thought
thought-
Patrick Mahomes was going to be awful. But like I wrote him off. I thought they
But
would get
as
like
you've
6
seen-
wins.
And
But
then
back
you
to
look
the
at the
Cowboys.
Cowboys division. You see the Giants, who are they're a bad team, but they played this end of the season very well.
They did.
And they had close games
Because
with
what
the
Odell
Panthers.
said.
They had close games with the Panthers. And, you
The
know,
Panthers started out. We'll
then-
touch that on another
then
subject.
you
They started out
see-
amazing.
The Redskins, who started off fantastic.
And then Alex
6
Smith
and
got
2.
hurt.
6-2, and then you see a Joe Theismann injury to Alex Smith.
God, that
Just-
was so nasty.
just depressing.
Yeah, for real. I felt
It
so
was
bad.
just bad. Like as a Chiefs fan, I actually felt just terrible for them.
Yeah.
And then you got the Eagles,
Eagles, yeah.
as you can see, the reigning Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
And then you got the Cowboys. That is a great division right there.
I wouldn't say great, but it's a lot better than the Rams division.
Oh, far better.
The Rams division is terrible. But real quick, Amari Cooper.
Big factor to the Cowboys.
Amazing trade.
Crazy trade. Changed probably the whole
Yes,
scheme of things. I mean,
for sure.
After that trade, they kind of got hot, and they just finished
Yeah.
the season.
Since trading for Amari Cooper, the Cowboys are 8-1, and their only loss was to the Indianapolis Colts, who I have going to the Super Bowl. I never thought I'd say that. But on the road, which they will be in the Coliseum in LA, they were 0-4 before trading for Amari Cooper on the road. And they ended 3-5. Granted, their wins on the road came against the Falcons, who played terrible this year. Injuries everywhere. Just,
It was a very close game.
yeah, it was a very close game. You're right. And the Eagles, all right, and then the Giants. So those aren't great road wins. So we haven't seen them win a tough road game.
And they lost at home in a very, very close game.
Mhm. And so Cowboys fans, they're insane, honestly.
Oh, wait,
Like,
no, never mind. Cowboys.
The Cowboys training camp is based in LA, and honestly, a lot of Rams fans are fair weather fans because they just moved there. Now, if this were in St. Louis, that'd be a different, because and it's supposed to rain for this game. And what do people in Los Angeles hate? Or in California?
They never even see rain.
They don't know what rain
They don't
is.
even know what rain
So,
is.
what are these fair weather fans going to do with rain in the forecast? They're going to sell those tickets last minute. All right? And Cowboys fans, they'll travel anywhere to watch their team. I'll give them that. They have one of
Best
the
fan base.
they have the best fan base, but the most annoying fan base that
This game would be far better in St. Louis for
Yep.
the Rams.
Yep.
This
I-
the home field advantage that the Rams have
isn't even
home
a,
field.
I'm
I
saying
mean, you look at the Packers Rams game. You see how many Lambo people count.
yeah.
Lambo?
I'm picking. I think the Cowboys are gonna have more fans there.
I mean, for a terrible Packers team, you saw how many
Yeah.
Packers fans were there. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That should never happen.
Yep.
I mean, the expansion that they made just makes no sense.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you need so many teams in California. It's just ridiculous. Like, these
And
fans-
it's in the NBA too. Everywhere, everything needs to be in California now. Like St. Louis, just because it's not a major city.
it's still a great city.
Yeah.
I've been there.
I've
It's a
been
great
there too.
city.
My
It's
cousins live there.
It's a
and-
beautiful.
It-
town,
it is beautiful.
city.
And the fans there love the Rams, and
They
the Rams
love-
were
they-
awful.
They were awful. Yes.
They were awful.
They were awful. They had Derek Fisher as their head coach. I mean, when you have a fan base stand behind that for that many years.
Dude, okay, I'm just gonna say right here, if the Falcons or the Dolphins ever hired Derek Fisher, this jersey would be out that door. I'm not wearing this jersey again. But the key for the Cowboys, they gotta get that run game going.
They need to
Obviously,
get it
5.5 because Dak can't do it by himself. They can't let Aaron Donald zone in on Dak Prescott. He has 19 and a half sacks, league leader. If I
don't understand why you can't do the same for a rush like Pat.
Yeah, I mean, where's Dominican Sue? Sometimes I'm watching the Rams games, and I'm over here with a telescope looking into my TV trying to find him. Like
it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
They need a new defensive coordinator.
When they're both getting paid that kind of bucks.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
And when you got these big men.
Yeah.
Like that should be an instant.
Yeah. When the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys, who I'm not a fan of, Scott Linehan, and I don't think Skip and Shannon are huge fans of him either. You've seen him over the year. Like when you're watching the Cowboys game, sometimes they'll stray away from the run, which is their best part. And they'll just try to rely on Dak, which is not a winning formula. You see games when they don't run 20 plus times, they don't win. They don't win. Or not 20 plus times, 15 plus times, my bad. As we said, Zeke's averaging 5 yards. They're giving up 5.5. It's just not a good matchup for the Rams.
Not a good formula for the Rams. I honestly see them losing. I
see them losing in a defensive battle, and I'm about to touch on the defense that the Cowboys have. But I see a defensive game, 21-17 Cowboys.
I wouldn't say that close to the game, honestly.
I feel like Jared Goff, Todd Gurley.
28-17. That's a very good score.
I can see that happening for sure.
Because if Dak Prescott can get that connection again with Amari Cooper.
Yeah. If Amari Cooper can get a big play, the games he has big plays, they win.
Amari Cooper can work either a keep to lead or.
Oh yeah. And
easily. As you can see last year when Marcus Peters was on the Chief, he was easily every game getting there.
Yeah. And I was hating on this trade for Amari Cooper. I was not a fan. I was like, are you guys serious? You traded a first-round pick to get this guy who hasn't done anything in 2 years? But Jerry Jones made an incredible decision. All right, now for the Cowboys real quick, I'm going to touch on O-line. It's not as good as Dak and Zeke's rookie year. I was about to say freshman year. It wasn't as good as that, but they're still an elite group of O-linemen. They know how to play the game of football. They know how to pass protect. And I don't know if they can stop Aaron Donald, though. But we'll see with that. Now on the defensive side of the ball, Van Der Esch, Jalen Smith, and although Sean Lee comes off like kind of the bench, I don't really know how to describe it. He doesn't come off the bench, but he only plays in certain formation packages. And he was starting at the beginning of the year.
He's always been
he's
the main star on defense.
Yeah.
Now that they got Van Der Esch,
Van Der Esch,
who can actually stay on the field. The thing about Sean Lee is he's been so amazing.
He's been so good, but
he just can't stay on.
And it's always these it'll be the 4-game hamstring injuries, and then he'll get back.
The Cowboys don't want to move on from him, but at the same time,
they're trying to pay him respect in a way, by still playing him. But I mean, Van Der Esch, I feel like I'm always hating on the Cowboys. I was hating on this pick. I was like, why are you guys not choosing Calvin Ridley? Because I was so happy when they didn't, because I was like, now the Falcons are going to pick him. But, I mean, what a pick. 140 total tackles, 102 solo tackles, one of the league leaders, he's up there. 2 interceptions, 2 tackle for losses, 2 forced fumbles. And he just flies around wherever the ball is. I just feel he's like a magnet to the ball. And he's just one of those players. And he's smart. He knows what is happening, if that makes sense. He knows, you can tell he watches film. And then Jalen Smith. Yeah. Jalen Smith, outside linebacker, second-year player. 83 tackles solo, 122 tackles total. 6 tackle for losses, 4 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. And a pick. That's a very good stat line.
The huge difference between this game is Jason Garrett versus
Sean McVay. We've seen time and time again Jason Garrett have very solid team.
This is Jason Garrett.
Yeah, Jason.
I mean, you don't see him coach. You see him. He's like Dan Quinn.
He's like Dan Quinn. Like when the Falcons are on offense, this is what Dan Quinn does. He'll have one arm like this, one arm like this.
Yeah. That's it.
It almost looks like he's stoned.
You see Andy Reid and Sean McVay and Doug Peterson always looking, always seeing what they're gonna do. The next play, the next drive, late game. They're reading that defense the whole game.
And I understand Jason Garrett and Dan Quinn aren't per se offensive coaches, but it just looks like they don't belong.
They just don't belong as head coaches.
Yeah, like I love Dan Quinn. I've defended him for so long, but next year, if our defense can't figure it out, if we stay healthy on defense, it was.
No, that's on him.
Yeah.
He's used these offensive coordinator. Offense and defensive coordinators as scapegoats.
Yeah, but I never understood why we hired. All right, let's get back to the topic. We'll talk about the Falcons on another day. So we touched on Jalen Smith. Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch, I mean, as I said, they're like magnets. Wherever the ball is, they are. They're great in coverage. They're great against the run. They can do everything. And then Sean Lee, he comes off the bench, veteran leadership. Players like him.
Very good.
Yeah.
When he's on the field, he's a very
Yeah, he's a very good player when he's on the field. Rams, they gotta stop Zeke to win this game.
That's the only thing they have to do.
If they stop Zeke, Dak is
stop
gonna
Zeke, Dak
have a
is-
blunder.
Dak can't do it himself.
Yeah.
That's just been shown.
And you gotta pressure Dak. Aaron Donald's gonna do that. He's probably. I'm picking him to have 2-3 sack game. I think he's gonna have an amazing game.
I can definitely see that.
Unless,
Because the Cowboys are having a backup center right now.
yeah,
That's where.
yeah,
Donald's
backup
coming.
center. Make Dak beat you with your arm. If you make Dak beat you with his arm, I don't think he can. I really don't. Because when Zeke doesn't get 80 yards or more, they don't win the games. They have not won a game where he has under 80 yards rushing. And Zeke is averaging 108 yards a game. Cowboys, stop Todd Gurley. Stop Todd Gurley. Put the pressure on Jared Goff, who's obviously he has experience in the playoffs last year, but not too much experience. Cowboys, run. Feed Ezekiel Elliott. Do not fall back on the pass game unless you absolutely have to. Aaron Donald will eat you alive.
And Dak Prescott can't do that. He just can't.
He can't. Like, quarterbacks like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, all these top 10 quarterbacks, Matt Ryan, all these quarterbacks, they can identify blitz. They can step up in the pocket. Dak, quarterbacks like Dak, all these mobile not all of them, but most mobile quarterbacks, although they're mobile, they're not mobile in the pocket. And being mobile in the pocket as a quarterback is so much more important than being mobile. And that's when you saw Lamar Jackson. I'm not comparing Lamar Jackson to any of these quarterbacks at all.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking Dak over Lamar 20 times a week. But when Lamar, fastest quarterback in the NFL, I think that's a given.
It's very sure.
But he, against the Chargers, he just looked.
He can't read a thing.
He can't read anything.
read a
but
thing.
we'll get to that on another topic. But as I said, Cowboys win this game 21-17. They're feeding Zeke. If they feed Zeke, they win. Straight up. Who do you think's winning?
21-17.
21-17. I think it'll be a good game. I think the Rams will have it at the end of the game. But I don't think they'll score.
For me, I'm personally, as much as I love the Cowboys, I don't love them, but I have that little feeling with them. I kind of like them, but the Rams are going to win this game.
All right.
Because if they do stop Dak Prescott, if they
stop
Zeke.
Oh yeah, if they stop Zeke, they're stopping Dak.
Exactly. That's what I'm
They
saying.
go hand in hand. Stop
So-
one, you stop the other. Well,
Because
stop
Dak
Zeke,
Prescott
stop.
can't do it all. He can't throw to Cooper every possession. And there's no other big receivers like Cooper.
No. That's why they struggled before Martin
Rams
Cooper.
I'm taking the Rams. Jared Goff, Todd Gurley. I mean that
High
defense.
scoring, low scoring.
I mean, let's be honest. I don't think the Cowboys are even going to be scoring more than 2 touchdowns in this game.
I can actually see that happening.
So
I can see that happening.
Now, if there's one game that can be a shootout, I've named many games being a shootout. If there's one, it's this one.
Really? You're picking Dak in a shootout?
I'm picking Dak in the shootout. I could definitely see it. If Ezekiel Elliott keeps carrying the load through the whole game, if he keeps going, just feasting on this defense, it very much well could be. Because
I think the Cowboys can score on the
Cowboys.
Rams because of Zeke, but I don't think that Jared Goff can score on this elite defense over and over again. I don't think the Rams have to play good defense to win this game. That's their key.
That's their
Defense,
key.
defense, defense.
Because if they do get those stops that they need against the defense, when their offense is set up perfectly,
Mhm.
like if they keep causing punts, just stopping Zeke,
Yeah.
then the Cowboys defense is going to be
Oh, yeah.
like all good defense.
Yep, as we said, stop Zeke, stop the Cowboys. Alright.
Jim Bainey.
Jim Maney? You want to do the Jim Chaney
Or we
topic?
could do Dirk K.